A day in the life of my Jeep Gladiator. What do you use yours for? Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Automotive JT. So this is a day in the life of my Jeep Gladiator. And real quick, don't forget to leave a comment to let me know what you use yours for on a daily basis as a daily driver. So first of all, you saw at the beginning there, we had to put it through its paces. It was a grueling trip. I had to go to the post office mailbox and drop off 5 winners of some channel stickers that I gave away the other night over on the Automotive channel for the Tacoma. So that was the first thing that I've done today as a daily driver utilizing my Jeep Gladiator. Now we're kind of out cruising around, and I gotta say, and never be afraid to admit what you do with your vehicle if you're so inclined to let people know. Because you know, a lot of times when you put things out there public, like I'm doing right now, people are going to dog you. They're going to tell you that you shouldn't even have a Jeep Gladiator. You should be out running on the trails, going through the rocks, putting it through what it was intended to do. Well, how often do people do that? I mean, don't you work? Don't you do something for a living? I mean, certainly you can't do that every day. And that's what this video is about, is the daily use of the Jeep Gladiator, at least my Jeep Gladiator. So we did the mailbox drop off. That was pretty simple, got to admit, wasn't too complicated. And now I'm using it for probably what I use it the most for, if I'm being honest, and that is shooting videos. We're out cruising around. You see, I love to drive. So for me, just the act of going out and driving around is a huge daily use for my Jeep Gladiator. It is my daily driver still. So I use it to run errands, things like that. I also stopped off at the gas station, the convenience store, and picked up a bottle of this blue Gatorade stuff. I've kind of shied away from the Mountain Dew because it's so bad for you. So I've graduated to Gatorade. I don't know if it's any better for you or not. I mean, it's Gatorade. It's supposed to be good for you, isn't it? Replenish all those fluids and things. Who knows? So anyway, that was really the third, because I'm counting just driving around as a daily use. But that was the third thing that I guess I do daily, because I typically do head off, grab something to drink. I may need to get gas. Maybe I want a snack, something like that, you know, while I'm out cruising around. So I do use it to do things like that. I use it to go to the grocery store. You know, there's a lot of space in the back. I can stick stuff once I fold the seats up. And of course, I have the tonneau cover over the bed. So if I get into anything really big, you know, like cases of water, or I guess now bottles of Gatorade, stuff like that, then I'll throw that kind of stuff in the back. But the thing that I like most about having the Jeep Gladiator, or any truck really, is the flexibility, the freedom that it gives you. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, you can jump in any vehicle and go drive around, right? But can you jump in any vehicle and go buy, I don't know, 50 bags of mulch? Nah, maybe 30. A load of dirt? Maybe a big screen TV for those Saturday or Sunday afternoons? Not really. And I love being able to do that myself, not having to depend on somebody else to pick something up or wait around for them to show up to deliver it, or the fees that they're charging these days to deliver it. You know, it's a big pet peeve of mine, especially when you're buying furniture. You know, you go to a furniture store, you spend a gob of money most times, and then they want to charge you some humongo delivery fee on top of it. You know, I'd feel better about it if they just inflated the cost of the furniture a little bit didn't tell me about any kind of added furniture delivery fee or anything, and just got me that way. Because it really grinds me when you spend a ton of money on something and then they charge you a delivery fee as well. It's like most people probably aren't going to be able to pick these things up themselves. Some people don't have trucks. I don't know. It just really grinds me that they do that. Now, one thing I want to mention while I'm thinking about it, I'm driving down the same road today that I drove down maybe a week or so ago, where I was behind. I wasn't behind them, actually. There was a truck with a trailer on it passing me, and some kind of a power converter unit or something like that flew off and hit the front of my Jeep. Now, I want to tell you that it has been a good deal of time now since that happened, and I have inspected the front of the Jeep a little more, and I didn't have any damage, thankfully. The thing was about yay big. It was plastic, and I think that's what really helped me out there, so that I didn't have a lot of damage or any damage. So I'm pretty happy about that. But as we continue on, I'll hit the post office itself a lot of times as well. Check my P.O. box. I do have a P.O. box. It's listed down below in case you want to send something cool. I don't know. But I will use the Gladiator to do that, again, as my daily driver. And speaking of daily driver, what about gas mileage? How's it doing that way? I mean, if I'm out daily driving this thing, running all these errands and stuff, what kind of gas mileage am I getting? What kind of fuel economy? Well, let's take a look. Let me thumb through the computer device as soon as I find it. There we go. And I am getting 15.5 miles per gallon. 15.5. Now, keep in mind with that, I do have bigger tires on the truck, so the computed calculation of that is going to be a little bit off, because it doesn't take into account the larger wheels and tires. I have not recalibrated or had the system recalibrated to compensate for that, nor am I going to. A lot of people have asked, well, why don't you take it in and have it recalibrated? I'm not doing that because, number one, I'm not going to spend the money to do it. It's, I don't know, $200 and some dollars, something like that, and I'm really not interested in spending $200 and some bucks to have that system recalibrated when it's only off, I think it's 2 or 3 miles per hour, something like that, on the speed limit. And then, of course, the calculations for fuel economy and things like that, but not too bad otherwise. So it's nothing I'm going to spend. I think there's even some little units you can buy, plug in, you can do it yourself. But even so, it's just not worth it to me. Certainly not a bad idea if it bothers you, but not something I'm going to do. So it's not the hyper miler that maybe you would expect or want in a daily driver. But I gotta say, you know, the versatility of it, the comfort of it, the power of it, it's just fun to drive. I'm willing to pay a bit more money in gas so that I can cruise around in the truck the way that I want to and enjoy it. Anyway, that's just a brief rundown, I guess, of what I use my Jeep Gladiator for. I'm sure if you work a traditional job, probably could use it daily to go back and forth to work. Of course, my job is this, YouTube, so I work from home, so I don't really have to go anywhere in the Gladiator every day in terms of a brick and mortar to earn a living. Again, leave a comment. Let me know. What do you use your Jeep Gladiator for on a daily basis? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Rob Motive, all about my 2021 Toyota Tacoma, and Rob Motive FST, all about my 2021 Toyota Tundra. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.